I just ordered a pizza actually.
Yeah, actually, Nikki.
Yeah, from Domino's.
Motherfucker. Jesus
We
Christ.
work on the Domino's
Nikki's
every
so
single
big
week,
on the
dude.
Domino's, dude.
Dude, Domino's
The-
is
I-
sick.
Domino's
If
delivers
Domino's
to us,
was a
Dylan.
woman, Nikki would fuck it, bro.
Well,
So would you, Dylan.
Oh,
That's not.
I would fuck anything though, Nikki.
Yeah.
fuck
that's-
anything that would move. Okay, Dylan, tell
If
us
Nikki had a
about your
sister,
what?
Oh my
If
god.
Nikki had a sister,
We already know Dylan would be
we
all
already
over
know
that.
Dylan would be
yeah,
fucking
dude.
feasting on that.
But unfortunately, I just gotta settle for the cousin.
Oh my god.
Okay, well,
Anyways,
this is the inaugural episode of the podcast, Dylan. How do you feel?
I don't know what inaugural means, but
That's,
Well, they're off
I'm
to
gonna
a
go with-
solid start
Yep.
already.
does it mean first?
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
yes.
All right. Can we set some ground rules for this podcast?
Sure.
So, can I say fuck?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
not
no,
whatever you
no,
want.
like, he's already said I can say whatever I want.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Literally anything I want.
Literally,
So
Dylan, anything, whatever you want to.
I could talk about like dolphins fucking mammoths if I
You can
want.
talk about dolphins fucking mammoths while riding fucking unicorns, dude.
While Nikki sits on the unicorn's horn like a dildo. Can I talk about that?
Well,
If that
okay,
interests you.
Try to refrain from.
Because I think Nikki's a
unicorn
gaper.
dildo
Honestly,
fucking-
I'm not gonna... okay, let's start.
It's been started.
it's
dude.
recorded,
Welcome,
Dylan.
welcome to the podcast.
This-
Whoever's
yeah.
listening in, welcome to the podcast.
Yep.
That was an interesting first 2 minutes.
Do we have any topics?
I have a first.
Oh,
I have
we're
the
just
first
gonna,
topic.
like,
I have the
bullshit our way
first
through
topic.
this.
I have
Alright,
the first
lay it on
topic.
us. Lay it on us.
So, yesterday, me, Dylan, and sorry guys, that was a notification. But me, Dylan,
Bad podcast.
me, Dylan. Okay, fuck. For the first topic,
We all
me-
say our names first, so like
Okay, yeah, sorry. My
the,
name.
the people watching back home can
Yeah.
familiarize
Yeah.
them.
So my name is Sachin,
AKA
I'm-
Zoo God.
aka
Okay.
the Zoo.
Yeah.
God of the Zoo.
Yep.
Dylan, you want to introduce yourself?
Okay,
He's
my
the
name
ugly
is
one.
Dylan, aka Swag Lord, also known as Wild in Bed.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I'm Nikki.
And, yeah, and he's Nick. Anyway, first story. So last night, me, Dylan, and Nikki were all talking on the phone, and Dylan's first 2 weeks of college, we've been having a lot of women problem, right, Dylan?
Hey,
Is that fair to
it's a
say?
good thing though. Yeah.
I mean,
A couple of problems.
So we made a bet. First person. What was it? Okay, what was the bet? I forget the exact terms of the bet.
So what we had on the line was a legend hat that you buy on Amazon.
Just something
And what
stupid,
it was
just something to shove in the
is-
face of the other people.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So in the next 2 weeks, whoever could lay pipe to a woman first, and it has to be a woman.
Oh God.
Um,
Why do you have to
Something-
say it
yeah,
like
a legend
that?
hat from the other 2 people. Because everybody knows you like the company of men.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
if the first person to bang a man, me and Nikki could have won that last. Oh shit!
Who's
We're
getting a goddamn
getting
call right
another,
now?
Getting another notification. Just ignore those. I need to find a way to disable those. Okay.
I know how.
It's a little button on the side of your phone. You flip it, and it silences your phone.
Oh shit! Do not disturb.
Shit, you're
That's-
welcome.
That's modern technology right there.
Modern
baby.
technology, I work for you.
Anyway, so
You
yeah,
guys are
we
idiots.
made that bet. And Dylan, so tell us about how your night. I think you almost won last night,
Yeah.
right?
Yes and no. So I'll explain my night. So the woman I'm going after. Are we talking about names here? Are we gonna say names?
You
or
can
not?
say names if you want to.
Whatever you
I mean,
want.
whatever you're comfortable with.
We'll just go with her first initial A. We're gonna call her A. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So A comes over and is like, "Oh, you got any alcohol for me?" Me, being a great host, is like, "Of course." And I just hand her my bottle. I turn around, talk to a couple friends. I look back and the bottle's half gone. I'm just like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Do you know if A
So-
drank it alone or?
No, she had a friend there, her
Oh.
roommate. And then she's like, "All right, let's play BP." So I play a couple BP
Wait,
games
wait,
with
set
her.
the scene first. What is A on a scale of 1 to 10?
Hotness.
Yeah.
All right, let's lay it out. So face, I would give a solid 8.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Solid 8.
This podcast
Ass.
makes us sound like the fucking douchiest people on
Yeah,
the
okay.
planet. Holy
shit! All
all right, Dylan. All right, before we
No,
start,
I
Yeah.
gotta take this back. She's a pretty woman.
What
Let's
would
move
you
on.
rate her?
I mean, you
1
gotta
out of
know.
10?
You gotta know.
Dylan,
You gotta know what
some-
Dylan's
some
working
people
with.
some people would say, "Would you have her?"
Yeah. Would you? Is she
Well,
havable? In
yeah.
other
She was
words?
on my story last night, so you guys should have seen her.
Oh shit! Let me take a look at that
Okay.
real quick.
I'm gonna pull it up on the screen real quick, guys.
No.
No, just kidding.
So continue.
Yeah, pull that up.
Okay, we'll continue telling the story while we pull it up.
Okay. So then we're playing BP, and we play this rule where if the cops form an arrow at the person, they have to shotgun a beer. So she ends up getting arrowed.
Mhm.
So she has to go shotgun a beer now. So she's had half my bottle of vodka, shotguns a beer, and then after our game, we decided to take shots.
So she's sloshed enough to have. sex
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
And then we're like, all right, it's time to go to the party, guys. And
Ooh,
she's like,
horrible.
oh, you guys have a beer bong? I've never beer bonged before. I'm like, you got to slow down. She's like, no, I'm doing this. So she goes out and beer bongs. And I also put that on my story.
Yeah,
so
I
you
saw
guys
that.
can
That was just on your
check.
story. I saw that.
Yeah. And so she goes and does that. And I'm like, she is hammered. Like, I'm feeling it too. Like, but I can handle myself, you know. And this whole time she's just telling me, yeah, I can handle myself. I have high tolerance. I'm like, all right. Yeah, so we get to the party. And then it's super hot in this house. Like, they just have all the doors closed. It was actually a pretty
Dylan,
packed
is
party
this,
for
is this the titty
my school
temple?
standards.
Titty temple.
No, different place actually. This
okay.
was I can't remember what the house was called, but it was a frat party.
All right.
So I went with my jersey, my headband, you know,
Yeah,
my usual
full
frat
star,
go-to.
Frat star.
Yeah.
yeah. And as soon as I walk in the door, you know, people, all
Oh
eyes
my
were on me,
God.
of course.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Okay.
They're like,
goddamn,
yeah,
Dylan,
continue.
tell the story.
Okay.
No, okay. Actually, this is important. So I walk in, and two people are like, "Oh, you were on Bleacher Report."
Oh,
Literally,
God.
literally the same
Okay,
people.
all right.
The
So
same
for some
people who
back- so
always
for some
say I was on
background
Bleacher Report.
information, Dylan made a video this summer. It got featured on Bleacher Report. He's been jerking himself off ever since. Okay.
He's
continue.
moist. He's moist
I'm
when he talks
famous.
about it.
Fuck you guys.
Okay. Anyways.
Well, I'm in the video too, Dylan. So technically, I'm famous as well. So
Yeah, but you get banged on. In
no,
every
I don't
play
get
that-
banged on. I block
Nikki,
some.
Nikki gets banged on.
Okay.
Nikki gets banged on.
Nikki does the banging to men, so that's fair.
All right, get back to
Um,
your story, Dylan.
Okay, where is that? So we walk in, Bleacher Report, blah blah blah. So the night goes on. We'll just progress. I'm talking to friends. I come back, and she's like, grabs me by the arm. It's like, hey, Dylan, watch this, and she just starts kissing her friend. And I'm like,
Shit, this is A. This is A all at the same time.
Oh, whoa.
dude, this is another girl, not another guy, a girl.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
this is
no,
A
no. Okay,
kissing
making
another
sure.
girl in front of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's her
Oh.
roommate. I'm like,
Whoa.
all right, shit.
Shit.
So,
Dylan
so
thinks
my
he's winning
friend,
the other
Yeah,
bet that we
yeah,
have.
yeah, Dylan thinks he's about to win a
Yeah, I wish.
A little more backstories. We have another bet that we'll get into later.
we bet a lot. It's all sexual shit. It's fucked. Anyways, so my other friend is we'll call him B. His name. Oh yeah. We'll just call him B. So B is talking to A's roommate,
Mm.
and this girl, her name actually starts with a C. So we got A, B, and
Okay.
C. This is nice. So we got the A, B,
Okay.
C's.
Okay.
B is the guy and C is the girl and A is the girl you're going for.
Yes.
Okay.
And so B, he's just like, yo, so you guys just kiss each other. Why don't you guys just kiss us then? Of course, this guy's just smooth as fuck. So A just
Whoa.
grabs me and just starts making out with me hard at the party.
Whoa.
So I'm like, okay, like this is awesome. That was like the first time we made out.
Yeah,
Wow.
No, my
Fucking
story's not over. My
unbelievable.
story's not over.
Oh my
So it was great. That was a solid like 30 seconds. Just yeah. And of course, all my like friends on the basketball team were coming up to me, like tapping me on the shoulder, just like I was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm in the zone right now."
Okay.
And then when we stopped, I realized B and C didn't kiss. So I felt bad because he was the one who like brought it up in the first place. So I'm like, "Oh, you guys got a kiss too," and then he just gets like a peck on the cheek, and I was like, "Oh, that's rough."
Okay, so you hoed your
Poor
boy.
guy.
You hoed your boy.
It was my boy. Yeah, he's the one who was like helping set it up last time. Yeah. So, anyways, that happens, and then we're just chilling. I'm like, all right, it's on now. Like, yeah, if we're making out at a party, we're going back to my house. I already told her about virtual reality. She tried it before.
Oh,
wow.
Dylan's so
So-
Wow.
Let me explain virtual
Tell us
reality
some,
really quick.
Virtual reality?
Yeah, I have a virtual reality. Oh my god, Dylan, yes. I've never had virtual reality before.
Oh
That's
shit!
exactly how it
Domino's calling me.
All right,
right
all right,
now.
guys. No, all right, niggas need to
No,
take
no.
intermission because we're getting that little dominoes. But continue telling the story.
I'll continue the story. So, a little background. In my room, I have a like $1,000 virtual reality machine.
Well, price
And
drop like
that's
that.
how
Shit, Dylan. Fuck. Okay, continue.
And that's how I get the women downstairs. And usually it's men freshman on my basketball team, but
But every
fuck
once in a
them.
while, you land one. You catch that
Every
rare
once in a while,
fly.
I get one down here. So, the previous day, Friday,
Mhm,
was back and doing VR before I got cock blocked, but we'll go into that story later.
mhm.
And then so jump to Saturday, which is the current day. I told her like, oh, we got some new games on VR. Like, you got to come check it out. She's like, oh, hell yeah. So we're talking. This is after we made out, and she's like, all right, we're gonna go back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, another guy that walks in. I can't remember if he was an ex-boyfriend, somebody like that she had hooked up with recently. I don't know. Some guy that she had like some backstory walked in, and like they were talking for a while. And then
All right, Dylan. You need to
she-
cut to the chase with this story.
Okay, cut
This
into
is-
the chase.
Cutting to the chase.
basically she just kept talking to this guy, and she blacked out.
Oh,
And
shit.
I was talking to her this morning. Yeah, so she ended up not coming back with us to the house.
Yeah,
I was really
big
sad.
no,
A bunch
no,
of different.
Can't have a girl
other
who's
girls came
blacked
back.
out, Dylan.
I know. Yeah, exactly. And so she was snapping at me this morning, like, oh, I literally remember like nothing from last night. I'm like, all right, what do you remember? She's like, I remember making out with you, and then I blacked out. I was like, all right.
So maybe
All right.
at least she doesn't think it was a bad choice.
So what I got out of it is I'm such a good kisser that I make girls black out.
I think, Dylan, you're such a bad kisser that girls black out to forget kissing you.
That is one way of
I
taking it.
think that's the main way of interpreting it.
I use my teeth. Is that right? Or is
I think
that
if you use your teeth and grip onto their tongue, I think that's the way you're supposed to do it.
yeah, and then you place your hand on like the lower back, and then your right hand goes on their
Neck.
calf. You know,
Their neck, I'm pretty sure.
I always do the calf. I don't know how you're
okay.
thinking.
Okay. All right. I thought it was a neck, like a neck to, and then you bring her down like a 1-2 judo
I think you
move.
snap her neck.
Okay. Anyways, let's transition into a topic that just doesn't make us sound like the world's biggest douchebags.
Okay, fair. So, what topic is that? I'll make it sound douchey no matter what it
I
is.
think no matter what, we're gonna sound like the world's biggest douchebags. Right now, I'm just killing
alright.
time until Nikki comes back with the Dominoes.
Oh yeah, I have a question for you then,
Okay,
which is
okay.
kind of on the same topic.
All right, yeah.
So,
Ask me a question.
this bet, we only made this bet because all three of us had a woman on the line that we had potential of making
Yeah.
sweet love to win the bet.
Oh,
So
God.
let's see how your night went, because I laid out a step-by-step plan for you to get her done,
Yeah.
and so let me know what happened there.
I think Nikki's. Okay, my night was like chill. I just hung out with some friends. That girl you're talking about wasn't there. I mean, that girl. She's like, I wouldn't have her. Like, I wouldn't.
You would have her though.
I wouldn't. I would not have her, Dylan. Anyways, okay. Nikki,
I
tell.
know you well enough.
All
to
right,
know
boys.
you-
I'm back.
All right, Nikki. He told us about his night. Essentially,
So he didn't smash.
He didn't smash. A passed out, got blacked out, and got cock blocked by an
Shit, so you could have
ex-boyfriend.
smashed her.
Okay. Okay. No. Me and Dylan do not condone what Nikki just said. We do not condone that.
This might be some Bulgarian shit that you do, but
Okay,
we're
I'm
not
just-
into
I
that.
may just cut that. I'm having a snap to make sure we cut that in post.
That's fucked, my dude.
Okay. Anyways. Okay, we're starting back right now. Anyways.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. So Nikki's gonna tell us about
Nikki's
his
turn,
night.
Nikki's
Holy
turn.
shit.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, tell us how your night
Whatever
went.
you want.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Okay. Now we're gonna. Oh shit.
I don't even know what you guys are laughing about right now.
Okay,
Explain the
okay.
fucking story.
Okay,
anyways.
go.
Go. What do you mean?
I thought you said you were gonna say what you did last night. Who you hung out with.
Oh, okay. My night. I mean, my night was just like more of a I got too high type of story. But Nikki's story is actually
No,
really
my
good.
story. There's nothing good about my story.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, anyways.
So here's what I'm getting from you guys babbling on right now is you both are pussies and didn't even give it a chance with
Okay,
your
I gave it a chance, Dylan.
Yeah,
Come on.
Let's
now.
hear it. Tell me how you gave your
I
chance.
gave
then.
it a
Yeah.
chance.
You tell him your story.
I gave him a chance. Should I start from the very beginning?
No. Okay. Don't start. From the
You want me to start
beginning.
from the very beginning?
Don't start from
Where
the
should I
very-
start from?
That's Dylan's story. Took fucking 20 minutes to tell. Let's just start from last night.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll
From the
give
beginning
the-
of last
I'll
night.
I'll give the context.
Okay.
So from earlier this month, I was brushing my teeth.
So
Go
3
ahead,
years
Nikki.
ago.
Okay, no. Let me tell you the context. Nikki met this girl in London. He was on there in exchange. Talked to her a few times. Met her up in Boston again twice. Last night they met up again. Okay, Nikki, go.
Okay. Well, I have to start off from before we met up last time when she texted me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
She texted me something like blah blah blah, like something about she can't get in her room or something like that. And I was like, oh, you can come over to my room, we can chill and stuff, something along those
Solid.
lines. And I thought that was gonna work. Like she was for sure gonna come over. And then she hits me with actually, like some of my friends were going to like another one of our friends' apartments, but you should come if you want. I was like, fuck, I didn't really want to go to that, but I can't.
Why he didn't want to go, I don't know.
What? Wait, sorry. Tell me why you didn't want to go to that.
Because Nikki just would
dude.
rather sit and jerk off.
No,
in his room
dude.
than go
What's
out.
better, Dylan? Go to
Yeah,
some,
I would too, though.
Dylan, what's better? Go to some party with like her and like some of her friends, or have her come over to my room.
It's better to have you to your room, but that's not the point because
Yeah,
she
that's not the
invited
point,
you to a
she
different
invited you
party.
to something else.
Okay, yeah.
So would
Obviously,
you
that's
rather-
what
We're
I'm
getting
saying.
sidetracked by
Oh
Nikki's lack of game.
go ahead.
Continue with
Okay,
your story.
okay. Let's not get crazy now, guys.
Okay, continue.
So anyways, we go there. It's like it's all
Okay, I
right.
just
It's
Snapchat.
not great, but it's kind of fun. So we stayed for a little bit, and then like a few hours later, we leave and we're walking back. And then like there's this building like in campus here, like a really tall glass building that has like a really nice view. And we're walking back, and she's talking about like the really nice view from there. And she's like, "Have you ever been there?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't." And she's like, "Oh, really?" And then I'm like, "Yeah. Oh, we should definitely just go up there right now and check it out then." So we go into this building, go to like the top floor and stuff. And of course, it's freaking like 2:30 a.m. We go to the top floor. It's like a study lounge, but it's supposed to be empty. It's just like a glass building, and it's like a really nice view. It's supposed to be empty at that late.
A
There's,
makeout
like,
place.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
3 people studying, and it's like all, like in the just
On
in
a
the middle
Saturday
of the room.
night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Long story short, Nikki tried, got nerfed, his vibe. got
Okay,
crushed.
and then
He didn't
after
get
that,
it.
I was like, fuck, all right. So we leave there, and after we get out of the building, she's like, oh, like you can come back to my room if you want now. And I was like, yeah, sure, of course, like obviously,
on,
yeah. So we go back to her room. We're there for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then like her roommate comes back with her boyfriend, and then it was just kind of like,
Nikki,
That's kinda
the
like-
issue I see with your story right there is all I need is 5 or 10 minutes to get
okay,
my
yeah,
nut.
okay, I
So,
understand,
Look at
Dylan,
his
but
split.
still,
Look at you, motherfucking.
okay,
split.
Dylan, what's the move in that scenario?
knowing you had 5 or 10 minutes, or with
No, just
the
in general.
roommate
Just in general, she invites you back to the room, like no plans or anything. Just like she invites you back to the room. What's the move? Like you
What's the
explained,
move?
like
Ask
you
to watch a movie and try to make out with her.
in 5 minutes.
Okay, and if you know, okay, if did you know you had 5 minutes? Did you know you had 5 minutes?
I mean, I was assuming her roommate was coming home soon because she was at that party that we were at, and we had already left.
Then yeah, same thing applies. You try and make out with her there. Roommate walks in. You haven't done anything. Then you're like, oh, let's go back to my room.
That's it.
Nobody's
Okay,
there.
okay, perfect. That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
That's exactly what I did. We come back to our room. It was all fun. We're all hanging out. But then our other roommate, our
Wait,
third roommate,
okay.
comes back
Yeah.
and he's tired and wants to go to bed.
Okay. So first off, I think it's important to know that Sachin and Nikki live together in an
Yeah.
apartment in
Okay,
Boston,
Sorry, me and Nikki live together.
Live together, yes.
And we go to school together.
and you guys have a third
we
roommate
have a
named
third.
who?
we don't want to say his name. We just call him the third roommate.
We'll just call
Okay,
him third.
so the third roommate is the biggest fucking nerd I've ever heard of.
Okay, okay. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
It's not a lie.
Okay, it's not a lie.
It's not a
I
lie.
feel bad 'cause I love the kid, but yeah, he's a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're telling me if you slipped this dude a $20 bill and said, "Hey, go get yourself something nice," he wouldn't go out at 2:30 in the morning to give you some
Bribe him
space.
with money.
Yeah, I can't be doing that.
Yeah, I think he would have just left, but like,
It's like a vibe harsh, you know?
I've been getting my vibe harsh a lot recently, so I understand it. But I will tell
We
you,
need to call this podcast
Vibe harsh. Yeah. Just vibes. And we talk about either if we had good vibes or if we got our vibes harsh.
Yeah, we got our vibes.
It's
my
just
vibe's
vibes.
always harsh, bro. Anyway, so here's what I think should have happened. You got a wingman, right? Sachin's your wingman. Sachin, no girl over. He's just
Dang
chilling because
shit.
he was high.
Yeah, I was. No. Okay.
So,
there was.
If I were Sachin, I would have said to the roommate, "Hey, fuck you, you pussy. We're going out and giving Nikki some space."
Yeah, shit.
Oh.
And I would have
No,
I would have hit up a bar, hit up a party,
This wasn't like
just walked around,
Yeah, I mean,
let the man work.
We should have. We could have played it better.
It was all
Yeah.
like
It
so
was just,
happening.
spur of
Like,
the moment, and I
yeah.
was really out of it. I couldn't
Yeah.
think on the
He
fly
called me like
that.
3 times, like Nikki, don't come here, don't come here. I'm like, why? He's like, don't come here, don't come here. I'm just telling you, don't come here. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, I'm so high.
Okay, that bleeds into the other story. So
So Sachin's the vibe harsher is what I'm
okay,
getting.
so this bleeds into the other story. So
All right.
earlier that night, Nikki decides he's hanging out with the girls. And I'm like, all right, I'm not just gonna go fucking third with Nikki. I'm gonna go hang out with some other friends that I was gonna have dinner with and get drinks with. So I go, I'm smoking on the way, just really inhaling.
Maybe
it.
a little bit too much.
Yeah, I take it a little overboard. I think. I get to the bar. We're chilling. They come back. I have to mention all 5 of these friends are girls.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
I got a player here.
Oh
No.
shit.
We come back, and they're like, Sachin, can we have a wine? No, they said we want to have a wine night. And I was like, shit. I was high. I was like, shit, that sounds like a fucking blast. You guys can have it at my place.
Oh.
and then I come back. While I'm waiting in my room for them to come over, I'm just ripping it even more. So I'm getting more and more just dissociated. They come into my room, and I thought it was gonna be like a party or something, or like something more like
More loose.
active, like more loose.
More loose.
But they
Music
pull out-
popping,
they pull out
dancing.
a wine bottle, glasses of wine, meat, cheese, and like refreshments. And I just
They have like a picnic. They
I
have
think
an
I'm hallucinating.
they have an
I
indoor
legitimately
picnic at
think
3
that
a.m.
I thought that I was hallucinating. It was crazy.
They have an indoor picnic in front of Sachin at 3 a.m. in our room.
Oh, Dylan.
Sorry, one sec. My idiotic roommate just walked in. This guy is a fucking idiot, dude. We're watching Game of Thrones, and he just literally spoiled the final episode of season 7, the newest one, for himself by just looking at it on Twitter. He's like, "Oh, here's a Game of Thrones meme." Let me just look at it.
I'm not caught up yet,
Nikki's
Dylan.
not caught up either yet. Don't say it.
Okay, I won't say what it is. Get out of here, you moron. Just kidding. I love you. I'll help you clean it a little bit. All right. What were we talking about?
Okay.
The indoor picnic that
Indoor
Sachin
picnic that I
Sachin
walked
witnessed
in
while he was
last
high
night.
last night.
I missed that entire story, so let's not go back on it. But
Anyway, yeah, it was just a crazy night. I was super high. Nikki came over. His vibe was harsh. Dylan had his vibe harsh last night. And let's just move on to a topic that makes it seem like less douchebags. This is my second time of trying to move on to a topic that makes it seem like less of douchebags.
So Dylan, which girl are you going after at the next party?
Oh my god.
all right.
Are you okay?
Yeah. So
Dylan, close
Fuck you guys.
Pornhub, dude.
Please, you're getting distracted.
I'm on Pornhub right now. So okay, here's the thing. I usually don't get a lot of my voice is cracked. I usually don't get a lot of texts and like Snapchats from women. let's just be honest.
Okay.
And the second we decide to do this podcast, my phone starts blowing up from
Oh
women.
my
Oh. Okay,
Read the text,
Dylan,
yeah.
read them and we'll respond to
Yeah,
them.
we'll
Read
respond
them
to
and we'll
that
respond
on
to
the
them right
phone,
now.
on the thing.
All right. Well, this is the girl that you thought was pregnant the
Oh,
last time we
okay,
talked.
okay, I know who this is.
Alright.
Okay, lay it on me.
We'll call her. We'll just call her Prego. All right.
Okay.
That's a little fucked. So she said, "Hey, did you and Sean end up making a volleyball team just out of the blue?" Because I told her that me and my roommate Sean, the moron who just walked in, we're gonna make a volleyball team to compete against hers and absolutely destroy her and her boyfriend.
Because, guys, if you don't know this, Dylan's the type of guy that if he's playing against a girl in a sport, instead of like joking around and letting him win, Dylan will fucking demolish the girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of taking it as an advantage to like flirt with them or be like playful and stuff, Dylan just gets very competitive.
Very competitive. And
I
will
agree, and I
absolutely
know
roast
that
him.
doesn't work. But there's something about this girl that she gets that competitive too, and just wants to fucking destroy me.
And just
So it
turns into
works.
primal.
It somehow
It turns
works.
into something primal. That's what you're telling us.
Turns like a primal square off.
Yeah.
It gets bad, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, we had a bet this summer on whoever got the most tan, and I won obviously because I'm from California. So fuck her,
Oh, my-
you know.
All right. Anyways.
Anyways,
You want to give
What were
your
we
the backstory on this girl, Dylan?
This was a
sure.
touchy subject. for
No,
Dylan.
I can give the backstory in 30 seconds without giving
Yeah,
anything
30
away.
seconds, 'cause Dylan will take
Do
2
you want me to
years
say?
again.
Yeah, I feel like just if this
Okay.
girl ever heard. Okay, yeah, go.
She's not going.
I'll
She's-
forward her the podcast.
Yeah,
I
she's
know
not.
her.
Don't worry, she's not going to. So
Fine, go
Dylan
ahead.
likes this girl, and the girl is also interested in Dylan, and there was a lot of, say, tension between them. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, all
Sexual
right.
But-
tension.
But she has a boyfriend, so that's the issue that we're running.
I mean, everybody tells me just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. But the issue is this boyfriend's actually a goalie on the soccer team.
So
And,
doesn't that mean that phrase applies even more?
Okay.
It does.
Jesus
I suck at
Christ,
soccer.
you guys. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. So that's my situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I'm
for
gonna respond to that
for
text
the
while you
for
guys
the
are
listening
talking.
audience, she's not that nice, guys. She's alright.
Wait, what do you say?
Exactly, Dylan didn't hear that. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Let's just
Sachin
move
doesn't think she's very good looking.
Okay, well, Sachin fucks ones and
No.
and women below the age of 18. So
on. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. That's not true. That's getting cut.
well, no, it's not. You're gonna have to explain that story now, my friend.
Cut snap. Cut snap.
No, tell the story. Tell the story.
This one's not U.S. appropriate. I can't tell this story while I'm on U.S. soil.
You can, bro. So, Sachin and Nikki. So Nikki's from Bulgaria.
Oh,
Cut.
We're doing it. We're doing
For a
it.
different Dylan, I got a new topic.
New
Got a
topic.
let's do
New
it.
topic.
How about that Eagles field goal?
That was pretty nice. I was really hard when that went
Redeem
through.
yourself.
That Pritz. So the Eagles today had a 61-yard field goal to beat the Giants. So yeah, fuck Odell, fuck the Giants, go Eagles. Might be our year, bro. Might be our year to win the Super Bowl.
Fuck Odell, dude.
Odell pisses me off. You see, he like his touchdown celebration today. It was like he was like a bear, and then he put his leg up and like peed on our
Yeah.
logo. I was pissed, bro.
He's
He didn't
like-
actually pee, Nick.
He
Just,
fucking like. I like Odell.
He
He's
disrespects the
good,
game.
but he disrespects the game. He's always just like not like I don't know, just something about him. And this entire summer I was saying that he's cheating the game, so the game's gonna cheat him back.
And he's been getting hurt,
And
so
he's been out for the first 2 games, so
we'll see. We'll see what happens. What do you think on the Eagles' chances this season, Dylan?
I've been an Eagles fan my whole life. They've never won a Super Bowl. They blow every game they could ever like actually have any potential of doing something with. They trade away all my favorite players: Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, Michael Vick, Jordan Matthews. The list goes on.
The list.
why do you like them so much still then?
Because my dad's from Philadelphia. He was born and raised in Philadelphia. Just ever since I could walk, I've been an Eagles fan.
Yeah, but at a
all I-
certain point, Dylan, you gotta end the cycle of abuse.
I would
They're
agree.
doing
I would
you
normally
dirty.
agree, but I'm also a Warriors fan, so it makes up for it. I don't.
God. Oh my god.
Oh, you guys are from the Bay Area too. You should be Warriors fans. You douches.
Dylan,
Instead,
Okay,
Nicky
okay,
just likes
speak-
sucking off
speak-
D Wade.
Well, can't argue the facts. But speaking of Kevin Durant and the Warriors,
Yeah. What about
what do you
KD?
think about the tweets?
those
So
of
that
you
was
who don't
really
know,
childish.
Kevin Durant tweeted, so he's. Dylan, do you know the story? Can you describe it better than I can? Because I think I'm going to butcher it.
Yeah, so basically, Kevin Durant had a fake Twitter account where he would go on and talk shit to some of the haters. And basically, what ended up happening is he accidentally stayed on his main Twitter account and was talking shit to the
Like
haters.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a
And he just-
fucking idiot.
Very, very stupid.
And he just trash
And he
talked
talked-
like his old team and coach. And
His
stuff.
old coach, Billy Donovan, he was trash talking. He was trash talking some of the players on the Thunder. And he ended up being found out because it was a main Twitter account. Obviously, there's like 15 million followers.
Yeah, like KD, Trey 5, verified.
Yeah, very
Yeah. Yeah. So he ended up making a statement, apologizing and shit. But then I saw this story that Draymond Green, apparently when he heard the news, drove to KD's house and just laughed in his face.
Oh my god.
Which is what great teammates do. But he did this because when the whole Snapchat incident came out with
yeah, with his
that's
wang.
what KD did to him.
Oh, really?
Fair is fair, bro.
So
Fair's fair.
What is it? What is
To
that?
change your perspective on KD.
A little bit. It just makes me see a little more that the haters actually really get to the players. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's definitely a childish move. But if you're a player and you're getting that much hate, because I've never seen a player other than maybe LeBron when he left and went to Miami
Maybe.
get
No,
that much hate.
LeBron's like the most scrutinized player in NBA history, I think.
Dude, KD
Throughout
got
his
some shit
career.
with the
No,
cupcake thing.
Look at KD. No, okay, take KD's entire career from like when he got drafted by the Supersonics to when they became the Oklahoma City Thunder and now on the Warriors, and then take LeBron's entire career. Who's been under like more of a microscope and who's been more scrutinized?
I 100% agree with LeBron, but I'm saying in KD's life, like he's never got that. He's only really
Oh,
got
yeah.
support
No,
until
yeah.
this
He's
last
been-
year.
He's
So
been
it was a lot.
loved.
for
He's
him.
been loved until last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why it was tough for him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, sports ball.
Sports ball, base, basket.
Base basket,
hoop.
foot soccer. You know how it
So
is.
let's talk about some real stuff. Video games.
Okay.
We know you guys all play that.
Okay, first of all, Dylan. Okay. Okay. Anyway, okay. What do you want to talk about video games? Jesus. I was trying to think of some way to segue away from that, but what do you want to talk about? Video games?
Segue, bro. I don't know. I just want people to know that I'm a CS:GO legend. You know?
Okay, Dylan.
If you want to check out some of Dylan's work, hit him up at www.youtube.com/y,
Wild for flower.
and that's WILD
Four.
number 4 and then flower as in
So
the flower.
what are your guys' thoughts on my gamer name? You guys like it?
Awful. It is terrible.
Wild in
Okay.
bed is good.
Well, he has an alt account called Wild in
That one's
Bed,
good.
and
I like
But
that
that comes from the Wild for Flower account. You
I
realize?
mean, wildflower is like funny, but like, why'd you change it to wild for flower?
Fuck you.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just asking. Like wildflower is like a name, but then you change it like
Yeah.
wild for flower, as in you're wild for flowers.
It's because so I have to tell
Is that like a gay thing or?
kind of Nikki, kind of.
We have nothing against gay people, by the way.
I'm just wondering.
Anyways, so I have to tell the background of how I got my gamer name. I'll just say it quick. So basically, when I first got Xbox Live, my grandma bought it for me, and she told me she had to name my account if she would buy it. So she's like, "Oh, you should be some type of flower." So I'm like, "Oh, wildflower, cool, right?" She's like, "Oh, you should put like my favorite number in it." Her favorite number is 4. I never had put it in, and then like recently, like a year ago, she's like, "Oh, you don't have my favorite number in your account," when she had like seen the name or something. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll add 4." But I didn't want to just make it like Wildflower 4 because I'm not the fourth. Yeah, I'm not the fourth worst version of myself, obviously. So I made it Wild for Flower, and I like flowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was a story.
Yeah.
That was a story.
And that's how Dylan got his gamer tag.
Yeah.
Okay, Dylan,
So,
I want to show you a picture of this rapper, and I want you to
Okay.
tell me your opinions on him. So for those
Oh,
of you,
whoa, yeah, this is crazy.
If you don't know, Dylan is like the biggest dweeb you could ever meet. Very out of the social scene. When it comes
I don't
to
like how much
sports
I'm getting
and-
like harassed in this.
when it comes to sports and playing video games, there's not someone you can turn to better than Dylan. But
Yeah.
anything else, I mean,
It depends. He could be in the
You
scene
know,
for
let's just say I'm not the most musically talented individual.
But your family's very musically talented,
Yeah,
which is very
which you don't
strange.
Oh yeah. My family is just talented in most things. I just didn't get those,
okay.
which is all right.
So I'm trying to pull up a good picture of this.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be up on the screen for the world to see?
Yeah, it'll be up on the screen,
Send it to Dylan.
and I'm gonna send you a picture of it.
on a link to it. You just got to zoom in
Yeah, you
though.
just gotta click in and zoom it. I sent it on Skype. Click it. Tell me what you think of it. I want to hear your reactions to it.
Shit. Okay. Skype.
For those who don't know,
I
this is
didn't-
like the
I
look
didn't
at
get
me
anything.
guy. He's
I'm not even
super
on Skype
popular
right now.
these days.
Chat.
Yeah, chat,
Yeah.
Dylan. Come on, dude. I thought you're good at computers.
Use your,
Shit.
use,
It's not.
use your
This is not
athleticism.
working, dude.
Just press the chat button.
Okay, I got it. Hang on, it's loading now. Okay, no, it's not working. What the fuck is
click on the
happening?
Use
damn
your
link.
athleticism, Dylan.
Oh God, what is that?
What is that?
What are those, Dylan?
So, thoughts, Dylan?
What thoughts you got? Like, give me proper questions.
I don't know. What's okay? When this picture first came up on your screen, what was the first word that came to your mind?
Run.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good
I
one.
don't
Yeah,
know. Like these days, like this new generation of rap star is just
it's different.
it's different.
It's different.
It's different. But I mean, it's with the culture. Okay, we can change topics since this
Yeah.
is something that
Dylan's
it's kind of a
probably
niche topic.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, Dylan, 3, 2, 1. What are your opinions on abortion?
I would also say run, but I know that's not going to pass over well. I'm not usually very vocal when it comes to like abortion, politics, any of that.
No, Dylan,
Hoopla.
Straight up.
But straight up-
Okay.
All right, let's put it this way. Let's say for like by the grace of God, you were able to get your dick hard and impregnate a
Oh
woman.
my
Such-
god.
But yeah, for
Uh,
those of you who don't know, Dylan's also infertile, so he never has it. He'll never
No,
have
no,
a chance
no.
to get a girl pregnant.
any woman listening, I'm not.
Oh,
He is
whoa. Hit him up.
100% infertile.
This is how I'm gonna get my girls, bro.
100%.
They'll hear the
infertile.
sweet sound of my voice. Anyway, so let's just say you got a girl pregnant, Sachin, and she wanted to keep the kid. And you're 19 right now, or are you 20?
Oh,
I'm
You're
not-
19.
Okay, I don't know if we should be telling our age.
Why?
Yeah,
That doesn't
but-
matter.
Okay, yeah. But
Why does age matter?
Okay, yeah. I'm not-
Age is just a number
If it's on the clock, am I right?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
for you, apparently.
Okay. Oh, my
And for you
God.
now, too, Dylan.
Yeah, and for Dylan. Okay.
Not
anyway.
me. Why me?
Anyways, you
I
get
don't
a
know.
girl pregnant. I'm 19. Continue.
Okay. So obviously, it probably wouldn't go over too well
Yeah, you'd be
back with
fucked.
family. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't
You'd
go well.
you'd probably have to drop out of college, get a job,
Oh.
That's
start
harsh reality.
working at McDonald's. I would come see you every day because I love McDonald's.
And you just like to fucking ridicule me. I know you.
No.
If I start
Yeah,
working at McDonald's,
You get
Dylan
rest.
would
You
come
probably have
every
to start
day.
gaming with
Like-
me more
Like
often.
you know those videos of like you see kids throwing milkshakes at drive-thru employees. That would be Dylan at me in McDonald's.
Yep. 100%.
Yes.
Fucking
Um,
clear, and you just launch.
Nerd.
Yeah, you just launch a milkshake at me.
Fucking slut. Anyway, so let's say that that's gonna happen to your life, and you know that's gonna happen. Would you tell the woman to get an abortion?
100%.
Okay, so you believe in abortion.
100%. Yes.
Okay, same.
Same. All right.
What are the alternatives?
What? Okay.
Exactly.
No. How
So
late?
it was
how
a pro-life,
late? How
pro-choice,
late?
right?
How late can you abort a baby?
Like from a moral standpoint, or like
No, just what you think. Like, yeah.
Well,
from
I
your
think we
guys'
could
point of
abort
view.
right now if you wanted
what's the
to,
latest you
Sachin.
can physically do it? What's the latest you can
You can
physically
do it in the third trimester
if you wanted to?
if you wanted to. Yeah.
Okay, then if you can do it in the first trimester, you can do it in the third trimester. I don't think there's a difference.
Okay. Okay. Let me
From a
run-
moral
let me run it
standpoint.
through. Let me run it down. Let me break it down to you guys. For a third semester abortion,
Hmm.
they stimulate what's it called? Labor.
The prostate. Oh.
No, not the prostate. Dylan.
No,
I don't
that-
think women have prostates.
Yeah, that's men.
That's
they
men.
they can't give birth, buddy.
Yeah, Dylan. Even though we know you're more comfortable saying human anal anatomy, we can't go down that right now.
Anyways. Continue.
They stimulate labor. The fetus is born. They stick a tube into its head, suck out the brains, and then discard the fetus.
Well, that's kind of fucked. Now
Yeah.
I kind of want to change my opinion. on
Yeah.
this.
So, what do you get? First, second, or third trimester should be the latest you can get. Abortion.
I don't know. I would say for sure if you're gonna get an abortion, you should do it in the first trimester.
Yeah,
You
I feel like
shouldn't-
most
you
of the time,
should-
anyways, you know if you want. Like, it's not gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna be in the first trimester. Oh, I want this baby. Second trimester. Oh, I want this baby. Third trimester. Be like, you know what?
Yeah, you know what?
Actually, kind of changed my mind.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
mean,
hesitating
obviously-
that much,
yeah.
you should keep it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously you have the right to do that in your
Okay,
third
yeah.
trimester, but like I feel like if it's like a fuck up like Dylan said, like you said at our age, like 19, it's like oh shit. Most of the time they'll do that in the first trimester then.
Okay.
Exactly. But what you just said, Nikki, like that you have the choice to do that. A lot of people don't believe that women should have the choice, though. People that are pro-life believe that in the third
I know.
trimester.
I'm
yeah.
just saying what my thoughts
Your
are
own
on it.
opinions.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm pro-choice. I think it should be up to the woman, but I do also I would, if I were the not the husband, the lover who got the woman pregnant, I would talk to him about the
Yeah.
pro-life standpoint because I do believe that is killing a innocent child,
Okay.
in my opinion. But I still believe it's the choice of the woman to make that. I would never make that for them.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
makes
okay.
sense.
What? Okay,
Respectful.
Dylan. What about
This is
this?
the most respectful I've heard
What about
ever.
this scenario? What about this scenario? Because yeah, you said it's a woman's choice, and I agree with you. But what about this? What if like
It's the man's
say-
choice.
Nikki's
Fuck it.
about
No.
to get fucking real.
No, what if say,
People.
say this happens, like in some situation, like some guy knocks up a girl, blah blah, blah, something like that happens, and the girl doesn't want the baby, but the guy's willing to take care of the baby.
Okay.
What about
Sorry
that?
about that.
Yeah, sorry. We're next to a
huge
bi-
motorcycle.
Next to a
just
busy
ran-
road here
Yeah.
in the city, so sometimes there's some cars. But what do you think about that scenario, Dylan?
So you're saying the guy wants to keep the baby,
Like
but
he
doesn't?
he doesn't believe in like abortion, doesn't want to I guess kill the baby essentially, and he's willing to take care of it.
It's still the woman's choice because it's her body. But if I was the woman, I don't know why you'd ever say no.
But like, what if she doesn't want to go through the 9-month pregnancy?
Fair. I guess I didn't think about that because
Okay.
I think that's a pretty rare situation, though. I feel
yeah,
like.
we're getting into some
I feel like
trauma
that's-
territory right now. Let's just veer
I think
down
there's
a
usually a
different
point
course.
where your motherly instinct will kick in and be like, okay, we gotta have
I
this
don't know if
baby.
we start
Like,
talking about motherly instincts right now on this podcast.
Oh.
Maybe we can save that for like the late night edition or something.
Late
okay.
night.
I mean, it's 40 minutes. We can call it here, inaugural episode of the podcast. It's a little dry run.
That's pretty good.
If you like it, tell us you liked it because you'll probably know us personally.
Oh God.
Who's
Who's watching this?
Or after
Don't send this to like our parents.
After this, you'll probably be able to find us personally. So
Yep.
we'll have a name next week. We need to work on that.
I already have a few ideas.
We have a few
Any hot
ideas.
woman, hit me up. My number is 9. No.
I'll link that in the end.
Yeah.
I'll also insert a picture of Dylan here. That's my cue to
Better be a hot
insert
picture,
the
bro.
picture. Thanks for listening. Catch you next week. Peace.
Love you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That was it. That was
Are we
pretty
done?
good.